News. Good morning. I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch multiple development projects worth over 6,800 crore rupees in Telangana this morning. Prime Minister to also unveil development projects worth over 19,600 crore rupees in Odisha this afternoon. Three-day Naval Commanders Conference to begin today to deliberate on strategic, operational and administrative matters concerning maritime security. Government permits export of 64,400 tons of onion to UAE and Bangladesh. Former U.S. President Donald Trump wins Colorado ballot disqualification case in Supreme Court. And French Open Badminton Tournament to begin today in Paris. 11 shuttlers including PV Sindhu to represent India at the event. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch multiple development projects worth 6,800 crore rupees in Telangana from Sangareddy near Hyderabad this morning. He will dedicate to the nation the Civil Aviation Research Organisation Centre, built at a cost of more than 350 crore rupees by the Airports Authority of India, to upgrade and enhance the research and development activities in the civil aviation sector. It is envisaged to provide a global research platform for the aviation community through in-house and collaborative research to provide indigenous and innovative solutions. Mr. Modi will also inaugurate multimodal transport service MMTS Phase 2 and the Indian Oil Paradeep Hyderabad product pipeline. The MMTS Phase 2 include doubling and electrification of Sanat Nagar Maula Ali rail line along with 6 new station buildings. The entire 22-kilometer route of the project has been commissioned with automatic signalling. Doubling and electrification work paves the way for the introduction of passenger trains for the first time in this section. It will help save time of the passengers and reduce the burden on other highly saturated sections. The Prime Minister will flag off the inaugural MMTS train service from Ghat Kesar, Lingampalli via Maula Ali Sanat Nagar. The long-awaited train service extends the popular suburban train service in the Hyderabad-Secunderabad Twin City regions to new areas for the first time, like Cherlapalli, Maula Ali. Mr. Modi will also inaugurate the Indian Oil Paradeep Hyderabad product pipeline. The 1,212-kilometer long product pipeline with a capacity of 4.5 million metric tons per annum traverses through the states of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana and will ensure safe and economical transportation of petroleum product from Paradeep refinery to delivery stations at Vishakhapatnam, Achyutapuram and Vijayawada and Malkapur near Hyderabad. The Prime Minister will inaugurate 2 national highway projects and lay the foundation for 3 more national highway projects. More from our correspondent.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be visiting the historic Ujjain Mahakali temple in Secunderabad later this morning during his second day of Telangana visit. He will offer prayers at the 181-year-old temple. The main focus of Prime Minister Modi's second day visit is on infrastructure development and public transportation. The infrastructure projects like Indian Oil Paradeep Hyderabad product pipeline will serve multiple states with increased safety and speed. The MMTS Phase 2 project will provide speed and cost-effective rail services to more number of people in Hyderabad and its suburbs. Similarly, the highway projects will also provide the commuters ease of travel between the states and within the state of Telangana. Prime Minister Modi will also address a public meeting at Sangareddy later this morning. Lakshmi, Akashvani, Hyderabad.
The Prime Minister will proceed to Odisha this afternoon, where he will inaugurate, dedicate and lay the foundation stone of multiple development projects worth over 19,600 crore rupees at Chandikol in Jajpur district. These projects are related to oil, gas, railways, road transport, national highways, and atomic energy. Mr. Modi is also scheduled to flag off a memo train on the Paradeep-Haridaspur line connecting Paradeep to Kyonjhar through Kendrapada. This will be the first passenger train to pass through Kendrapada district, meeting the long-lasting demand of the people of the district since independence. Mr. Modi will also address a public meeting at Benapur in Chandikol. The first edition of the Naval Commanders Conference of 2024 will commence from today in a hybrid format. The first phase of the conference will be held at sea. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh will address the inaugural session of the conference. On the occasion, he will also embark at sea to witness both aircraft carriers demonstrating the Indian Navy's ability to conduct twin carrier operations. During the three-day event, Mr. Rajnath Singh will address the naval commanders. The Chief of Defence Staff, along with the chiefs of the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force, will also engage with the naval commanders during the conference to discuss the convergence of the three services in light of the common national security environment. They will explore avenues to enhance tri-service synergy and their readiness in defence of the nation and India's national interests. This conference is an annual event of paramount importance that serves as a platform for naval commanders to deliberate on strategic, operational and administrative matters concerning maritime security. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh will inaugurate 2 big piers and 7 towers with 320 homes today for Navy officers and defence civilians as part of Project Seabird in Naval Base Karwar in Karnataka. Previously, the base could hold only 10 ships, but now with Phase 2A of Project Seabird, it will accommodate 32 ships and 23 submarines. It will also have a housing facility for 10,000 people and a naval air station. The project has generated 7,000 direct jobs and 20,000 indirect opportunities, prioritizing Indian materials and companies. Once completed, the base will be home to approximately 50,000 residents, expected to help the local economy, attract investments and boost tourism. It will offer employment to about 8,000 government workers. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The government has permitted the export of 64,400 tons of onion to the UAE and Bangladesh. According to notifications of the Directorate General of Foreign Trade, onion export of 50,000 tons is permitted to Bangladesh and 14,400 tons is allowed to the UAE through National Cooperative Exports Limited. The centre had banned exports of onion in December last year till the 31st of March this year to increase domestic availability and to keep prices in check. The government has also permitted exports of 30,000 metric tons of non-basmati white rice to Tanzania and 80,000 tons of broken rice to Djibouti and Guinea-Bissau. The Income Tax Department has announced that it will send communication to relevant taxpayers for mismatches in their income tax return (ITRs) during the assessment year 2021-22. The IT department informed that in some cases, a mismatch has been identified between the information filed in the ITR in regards to the information of specified financial transactions during this period. It added that in some cases, ITRs have not been filed. The IT department said as part of the e-verification scheme 2021, it is in the process of sending communication to the relevant taxpayers for the mismatch in information. This information is being communicated to the taxpayers through their email accounts registered with it. Youth Affairs and Sports Ministry will organize the finals of the National Youth Parliament Festival in the Central Hall of the Parliament in New Delhi today. The valedictory function will be held tomorrow. The National Youth Parliament is being organized this year based on the theme of Young Voices, Engage and Empower for Nation's Transformation. The National Youth Parliament Festival is being organized from the 9th of February to the 6th of March across the country. This youth parliament has been organized at 3 levels, covering 785 districts of the country. The district youth parliament was organized from 9th of February to 14th of February. The winners of the district youth parliament 2024 participated in the state youth parliament from the 19th to the 24th of February. 87 state-level winners will be assembling in New Delhi for the finals in the National Youth Parliament, out of which 29 will be speaking on given topics. India and France have discussed developments in the field of disarmament and non-proliferation relating to the nuclear, chemical and biological domains. India-France bilateral dialogue on disarmament and non-proliferation was held in New Delhi yesterday. Both nations also discussed developments in the field of disarmament and non-proliferation relating to outer space security, conventional weapons including artificial intelligence in the military domain, and lethal autonomous weapons systems and multilateral export control regimes. The U.S. Supreme Court delivered a significant victory to Donald Trump, overturning a judicial decision that had barred him from Colorado's ballot. This exclusion was based on the constitutional provision related to incitement and support for the 6th of January 2021 Capitol attack. The justices unanimously reversed the decision made by Colorado's top court on the 19th of December, which aimed to remove Mr. Trump from the state's Republican primary ballot. The IMD, India Meteorological Department, has forecast a fresh spell of rainfall and snowfall over the western Himalayan region from today till Thursday. Light to moderate rainfall is likely over Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, Gilgit, Muzaffarabad, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Talking to Akashvani News, IMD scientist R.K. Chedamani said the western disturbance is likely to affect the western Himalayan region.
The update from IMD is that the WD has moved outside the North India towards east. There is no significant weather likely over plains of northwest India. However, because of a feeble western disturbances approaching western Himalayan region, the area of Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh may receive light rain or snow, mainly the higher reaches. Otherwise, the plains of northwest India, the weather will remain dry. As the western disturbance has moved away, so night temperature has fallen and there is the minimum temperature is little below normal, but day temperature will start rising. Otherwise, there is no chance of any rain over the national capital Delhi or any other plains of northwest India.
On to sports. 11 shuttlers, including two-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu, will be representing India at the French Open 2024 Badminton Tournament, which begins today. Sindhu, who is returning to this Paris event, will face Canada's Michelle Lee in the opening round of women's singles. The 28-year-old Sindhu only recently came back from a long injury layoff. Indian shuttler B. Sai Praneeth has announced his retirement from international badminton. The 31-year-old battled nagging injuries since the Olympic Games in Tokyo and decided to hang his boots due to that. In cricket Women's Premier League, Royal Challengers Bangalore registered a 23-run victory over UP Warriors at M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru last night. Delhi Capitals will clash with Mumbai Indians at Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi this evening. The match will begin at 7:30 p.m. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Khurana.
Thank you, Anuja. In a landmark judgment, the Supreme Court overturns the 25-year-old JMM bribery case ruling. Quoting the apex court, Hindustan Times writes, "No immunity in bribery cases to MPs, MLAs." Modi Ka Parivar becomes Desh Hai Parivar campaign is a headline story in The Pioneer as PM Modi slams dynasts in politics on the opposition's skinless jibe. Moody's raises India's GDP forecast for 2024 to 6.8%, saying the country will remain the fastest growing among G20 countries, reports The Economic Times. The paper adds India's unemployment rate at its lowest of 3.1% in 2023. Defence Minister launches scheme to give aid of 25 crore rupees to startups in defence technology, cites the Statesman. And finally, welcomed by women's rights groups as historic, a headline in the Times of India states, in a first, France makes abortion a constitutional right. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch multiple development projects worth over 6,800 crore rupees in Telangana this morning. Prime Minister to also unveil development projects worth over 19,600 crore rupees in Odisha this afternoon. 3-day Naval Commanders Conference to begin today to deliberate on strategic, operational and administrative matters concerning maritime security. Government permits export of 64,400 tons of onion to UAE and Bangladesh. Former US President Donald Trump wins Colorado ballot disqualification case in Supreme Court. And French Open Badminton Tournament to begin today in Paris. 11 shuttlers, including PV Sindhu, to represent India at the event. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.
आकाशवाणी से पेश है खबरनामा।